Hey guys, how's it going? It's StarKiller508 here, and today we are back with more reaction videos. Yes, I'm quite glad that we're doing a bit more of these now. And today we're actually going to be reacting to Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the very first episode, Season 1, Episode 1, Ambush. Now, full disclosure, I have obviously seen this series before, but I have been getting messages about what people think, people have been messaging me about what I think about certain episodes or certain story arcs, and among other things in the series. And usually I thought it might be easier just to, put down all of my opinions and feelings about each episode into these videos. And some of these videos I actually haven't seen in ages. I haven't actually watched this series since like at least 2015, 2016, so a couple years that I've seen any episodes. I don't know why, I just haven't gone back to it, to be honest. I don't know why. And certain episodes, probably even like certain ones in Season 1, I haven't probably seen for even twice as long as that, so at least like maybe 5-6 years. So yeah, I thought I'll just go back and rewatch all of these episodes, see what I thought about them at the time, maybe what I think about them now, maybe opinions change. And I also wanted to do something with the Clone Wars series, as it is now approaching its 10th anniversary, or 10 years, 2008 when this first started. That's just insane, man. Like, it's somewhere like its 10th anniversary at the end of the year, I think, so it's fast approaching. So yeah, this episode is going to be about Season 1, Episode 1, Ambush, and yeah, let's just get into it. Or, they could just stay neutral, as they would become later in the season. I like how it is just like, choose sides or face the threat of invasion in the intro. It's like, or we could just stay neutral, as we'll get into later on in the season. Ah, Ventress. That reminds me, should I do some reaction to like the old 2D Clone Wars series? That's like 2 hours long, or the very old 2D one that was on Cartoon Network, I think. Should I do a reaction to that? Let me know. I feel like with putting Yoda in the first episode probably was a good choice. I think this is a very good episode to start the series on, I think. If it's just a simple story in that, it's a good way to start, definitely. Yeah, that is true. Always the main focus of the Clone Wars. Droids do have numbers, but they are dumber. Man, that Corvette's got to be taking a pounding. Can't have strong shields that it's just sitting there deploying the escape pods. I've missed the comedy of the battle droids, the B1 battle droids. God damn. I miss their idioticness comedy. It's a good thing that the king mentioned about battle droids equal 1,000 battle droids equal 1 Jedi, because that's what they're about to deploy, to be fair. Yeah, that is true. I swear they have already massed. You'll have to go somewhere else. A flanking route or something. Yeah, he's the one that's not a bloody clone as well. He's the one that's not a damn clone trooper as well. Maybe that might stand out a little bit more, you dumb droids. Oh god. Ah, damn. Someone did bring up something. It's like, how do the battle droids have ranks? Are some of them programmed to give orders or something? Someone did question this ages ago. It's like, do certain battle droid commanders have better programming and leadership programming, for example? Damn, he got wedged. Bucketheads? I just said bucketheads. I'm pretty sure that falls to like they always use that as a thing in Rebels. It's like, hang on a second. Shouldn't the clones technically be called bucketheads then? This episode does do a good job to show about how good one clone can be better than a droid. Because later on in this entire series of the Clone Wars, so many clones will die to droids. But I think these three, along with like Domino Squad, are probably one of the best we see in the series, aside from like the ARC Troopers and all that. Was there more than 4 droids there? I thought there were more than 4 droids. That's the thing about it. Doesn't even need to ignite the lightsaber. That has to be very cool. There has to be a lot of callbacks of lines and that to all the other movies. Controllers, blasters. The super battle droids don't get many comedic bits. It's just a lot of the normal ones. So this is quite rare. God damn. He even calls them by their names, not numbers. You could just tell it. Yeah, he just numbered. That's nice. Calling them by their names, not their numbers. It's nice lessons for the clones. I've always wondered about that bit he says at the end about clones they may be, but the Force resides in all life forms. True. That could have been a good story, a clone who gets access to the Force. That would have been a good story if we had that. Damn, why did they cancel this? Here, the good moment to see seeing Yoda in all this action. Shoot him! Why is no one firing? Why do you have to say that twice? Shoot him! Oh god. See? Size isn't everything. No, he said that in this episode. Ah, the poor droids. You even see him in the background like, oh. God damn. I miss the comedy of the battle droids. The enemy won't play fair in war. I know it was the request of the king to be a fair fight, but the enemy won't play fair in war. That just destroyed the whole tank. Its power source was down there on the floor. They actually rested quite close to the rendezvous point then, that means. That's where they rested. It's kind of foolish to say that. I mean, they are at war. You do this will be your enemy right in front of him. Shouldn't have... Why would you give her back the lightsabers? Why? You should have just kept them, Yoda. It's like, I'll just take these.
That is not necessary, my friend. You have my friend. Toydaria would be honored to host a republic.
Is that moment supposed to be like, oh, I made us think he had a change of heart? It's a bit foolish, but, you know. I know what they meant. Very good first episode, I think. We don't see anything of those 3 clones again, do we? Nothing that I know of. We also get the storylines of Toydaria later, but I don't think we see those clones again, do we? Nothing I can remember. Oh well, if we do, I'll know soon. Alright, and that was the first episode, Ambush. I think it's a good episode to start this whole series on. I think it was quite very simple storyline, quite fun, have Master Yoda involved, and yeah, I think it was something good to get the series off going. We will be going into our first trilogy in a set, so that's when they can go out for more flushed out stories, which were something that the Clone Wars did quite well. We will soon see. Obviously the stories in season 1 usually won't be as good compared to the stuff later on, but I think some of them are kind of okay or alright compared to what most people think. There are some episodes I think in this season which are probably could count as the worst, but aside from this season, I can't remember. Like I said, I have not seen this in a while, so it's good to get these reactions going, but we'll get to those when we get to those. But this was just a simple story episode. It's a good episode to get this whole series going, I think. You know, nothing spectacular, to be honest, but just something, okay, good start. Can't wait to see what's more. Just a good start, really. That's all there is to this episode. It's simple story, confined to one episode, and yeah, that's all it really is. I think something to get the series going, and yeah, good talk about with the clones. About it already kind of sets the states of how these clones are people already. That's something we see a lot going along in the Clone Wars, of how the clones are, people. They have personalities. They have different cares, emotions, and all. They're different, despite the fact they're clones. That's basically what that whole chat with Yoda was. That is how we're going to go extremely more in depth in the series, which I am looking forward to. And yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for this reaction. Simple story, good story to get the series going, and yeah, that's it. And yeah, it was good to start with Yoda as well. So yeah, anyways, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you want more of these reactions. We'll be going into the Malevolence trilogy afterwards, so yeah, let me know if you want to see more of these. Let me know if you want to see me do something with the Clone Wars movie. Maybe technically I should have started with that first, but the reason I started with this is because I don't know how to do a reaction to that movie, because it's, a couple hours long, and I don't know how I would get that up on the channel, to be honest, with like the fair use thing being like 10 minutes ish, so I don't know. So maybe I'll do something with the movie later on, maybe after the first season if I can. It's just a matter of time, pretty much, of trying to maybe I might split that into multiple parts. Maybe I should just do a review of it. It's going to be hard to do, but yeah, anyways, so yeah, that's it for now. And also of the 2D Clone Wars, I'm just going to say 2 parts because it'll be easier that way, the 2D Clone Wars 2 episode thing, 2-hour long specials, the very old ones. Let me know if you want to see those as well. I've only ever seen those, I think, once or twice ever, and that was again ages ago, so let me know if you want to see reactions to those as well. I'll probably do that like maybe at the end of season 1 of the Clone Wars as well. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm StarKiller598. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next future. I did it again. Next video. May the Force be with you. Goodbye.